Hi there, Virgo. This is the Spirit Warrior with your fortnightly reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Today we're going radical. We're doing a free-form spread, I guess you call it. I'm just going to throw 7 cards out here and we'll see what the universe wants you to know right now. That's 7. I did 8 the other day. It wasn't very smart, was it? So, I have done this spread for the collective before, and now I thought I'd give it a run for you today. I hope you enjoy it. So, we'll go a bit more random. We'll go over here, and the first card is the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is a card of new beginnings. It's about truth, knowledge, wisdom, information, clarity, decision making, and of course, it's a card of victory and success. So this is a beautiful sign for new areas beginning, particularly in the area of your mind and thoughts and information, but it also indicates that success is on its way. The next card we're going to do is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is an adventurous knight. He's charging out into unknown lands to discover all the possibilities the universe has available for him. This is a card of adventure, and it can involve some risk taking. So it feels like at this time that you're ready to maybe take some chances in life and do things that you might not have done before. The next card is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant, it can be a conduit between the divine and earthly plane. It's also a card of the establishment and the status quo. So of course the Pope is of the church, but it can indicate corporations and universities and that type of large organisation. It's also a card of blessings. You can see that the Pope is blessing these men who are being ordained, and it's also a card of marriage. But it is in contrast to the Knight of Wands. This is a card of being in a firm, rigid spot, and this is a card of being adventurous and going out and trying new things. The next card is the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of being stuck, isn't it? He has created these 4 pentacles. He's very proud of what he's created, but he's so fearful of losing any of these pentacles that he's hanging on very tightly and he's not really willing to take any chances. So again, we have a card which is contrasting the Knight of Wands. And there seems to be a bit of a message here, isn't there? Are you going to stay in a rigid place and hang on and have a limited experience of life, or are you going to be adventurous and go out and discover new things? The next card is the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest, respite and contemplation. And this may suggest that before you jump into the deep end with the Knight of Wands and take that risk and break the rigidity of the Four of Pentacles, that you pause and reflect and meditate and get a clear view on what you want out of life and how you should create it. The next card is the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of collaboration, working together with others and building something masterful. It's a card of mastery. And this may suggest at this time that it's time to gather people around you to build something amazing. And the last card is the Hermit, which, like the Hierophant, is a card of guidance. He's been in the cave, he has deep inner wisdom and self-knowledge, and the universe has given him the star and the lantern to guide him towards his true destiny. So it's a bit of an up in the air right now, isn't it? We've got the Knight of Wands telling us that we need to be more adventurous in our life. We've got the Hierophant and the Four of Pentacles saying that we're kind of stuck in the rigidity of the structures of society, in our financial fear. And the Three of Pentacles is about building something, and the Ace of sword says victory's on its way. So we'll see what the clarifiers say here. So these have all popped out. We'll do it this way. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups. The Four of Swords clarifies the Hierophant. The Seven of Swords clarifies the Three of Pentacles. The Lovers clarifies the Three of Pentacles. The Moon clarifies the Ace of Swords. The Page of Wands clarifies the Hermit. And the Three of Swords clarifies the Four of Swords. Now, Virgo, that's what you call a mixed bag. So the Page of Cups can indicate new love. And we have the Lovers over here. So maybe there is a new amazing relationship. And maybe the universe is telling you need to be a little adventurous here to bring this relationship into being. The Four of Swords, as we said, is a card of respite. And so really there's this idea that you need to contemplate what you want to achieve in life before maybe you blow up the status quo and start doing something radical. And the Lovers, of course, can be new love, but with the Four of Pentacles, it says you've got a choice. And this is where the Four of Swords and the Lovers go together, isn't it? That you need to make a choice, but you need time to pause and reflect. And the choice really is, are you going to stay bound in the Four of Pentacles? Because there are 10 Pentacles in the tarot, and this man is experiencing only the effect of 4 of them. And of course, there are 10 Pentacles, which means he's missing out on many experiences of life. So the universe is saying, pause and reflect. There is a choice to be made here. Now, the Seven of Swords, clarifying the Three of Pentacles, this can be a card of lying, cheating and stealing. And, of course, you need to take appropriate action to ensure that nobody's doing dastardly deeds to you. But this is also a card of new strategies. And this is because the man is stealing the swords from the soldier so he doesn't have to go to war in the morning. And this says that maybe now is the time for a new path. So that could blend in with the Knight of Wands, isn't it? That is taking a new and different path and building something masterful in your life. The Moon card is a card of mystery and obsession and addiction, and it says that indeed you're a bit confused here. And this is why the universe is telling you to pause and reflect, because there's a choice to be made and you're feeling as though you're stuck in the murky pond and you're really feeling as though life is really uncertain. But of course, the Ace of Swords is a card of truth and decisiveness and clarity. And it really says you have the ability to make a positive decision here, to use the mighty power of the swords to cut away the BS that is holding you back. Because really what's happening here is you're held within the structures of society and your fear about money for the future. And so you need to cut through this negativity and make a positive decision towards the future. And the Page of Wands is, I always call him the outrageous page, because he's wildly dressed and he's really pushing the limits of what new possibilities there are in life. And this says that the Hermit will guide you to new opportunities in your life. So it's time to follow the light of the land. And the Three of Swords, clarifying the Four of Swords, indeed says that maybe there's been some pain and suffering and life has been difficult, and this is why you need to pause and reflect before you take a jump into the future. So this really is a bit of a reading of uncertainty, isn't there? There's much promise here. There is new possibilities and adventurous decision making in the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Swords promises victory and success. So Virgo, if you're feeling indecisive at the moment, the universe says that you need to rest and reflect, and you need to make a positive decision, and you need to find a new path and embrace new possibilities. And that's a beautiful reading, isn't it? I hope you like that reading, Virgo. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. Leave a comment. I love to read what you've got to say. I send you much love, joy, peace and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.